The legend of Richard the Lionheart, the Crusades' valiant leader. Do you know why Richard I of England, famously known as Richard the Lionheart, is one of the most celebrated and romanticized figures in medieval history? Why does Richard have such an enduring impact on history and popular culture? Born into the powerful Plantagenet dynasty, Richard's life was marked by a series of dramatic events, ranging from familial conflicts and political machinations to heroic exploits during the Third Crusade. His legacy, as a paragon of chivalry and military prowess, has captivated the imagination of historians, chroniclers, and storytellers for centuries. This essay delves into Richard's life, exploring his early years, his ascent to the English throne, his leadership during the Crusades, and his enduring impact on history and popular culture. Richard's story is not just one of a king who sought glory through warfare, but also of a man navigating the intricate web of medieval politics, family dynamics, and religious fervor. By examining Richard's life through the lens of contemporary chronicles, historical documents, and modern scholarly analysis, this essay aims to provide a nuanced understanding of his achievements and failures, his strengths and weaknesses, and his place in the broader context of medieval history. Early life and background. Birth and family. Richard I was born on September 8, 1157, at Beaumont Palace in Oxford, England. He was the third legitimate son of King Henry II of England and Eleanor of Aquitaine. His parents were two of the most powerful and influential figures of their time. Henry II, the first Plantagenet king, ruled over a vast empire that included not only England but also large portions of France, such as Normandy, Anjou, and Aquitaine. Eleanor, one of the wealthiest and most powerful women in Europe, had previously been Queen of France before her marriage to Henry and brought the Duchy of Aquitaine into the Plantagenet fold. Richard's siblings included his older brothers William, who died in infancy, Henry the Young King, and Geoffrey II, Duke of Brittany, as well as his younger brother John, who would later become infamous as King John of England. He also had three sisters, Matilda, Eleanor, and Joan. The relationships among these siblings were complex and often fraught with tension, as each vied for power and favor in a highly competitive and politically charged environment. Education and upbringing. Richard spent much of his early life in the Duchy of Aquitaine, his mother's homeland. Eleanor ensured that her son received an education befitting a future king. Richard was well-versed in the languages of his domains, including Latin, French, and the dialects of Occitan spoken in southern France. His education also included training in the arts of warfare, governance, and the chivalric code, which emphasized virtues such as bravery, honor, and courtesy. Eleanor's court in Aquitaine was a cultural hub, renowned for its patronage of troubadours and poets who celebrated the ideals of courtly love and knightly valor. This environment profoundly influenced Richard, who himself became known as a patron of the arts and a composer of poetry. His reputation as a cultured and refined nobleman was complemented by his growing prowess as a warrior, setting the stage for his later fame as a chivalric hero. Early military engagements. Richard's first significant military engagement occurred in 1173 when he joined his brothers Henry and Geoffrey in a rebellion against their father, Henry II. This revolt, known as the Revolt of 1173 to 1174, was driven by the young prince's desire for power and autonomy, as well as Eleanor's encouragement. Richard, at just 16 years old, demonstrated considerable skill and courage, leading his forces in several skirmishes and sieges across Aquitaine. The rebellion ultimately failed, and Richard was forced to submit to his father. However, this early experience in warfare and political intrigue provided valuable lessons that would shape his future career. Richard's loyalty to his father was tested again in 1183 when his brother Henry the Young King died, making Richard the primary heir to the English throne. This newfound status brought increased responsibilities and further opportunities to prove his military capabilities. Ascension to the throne. Becoming king. The path to the English throne was fraught with challenges for Richard. After the death of Henry the Young King, Richard's position as the primary heir became more prominent, but his relationship with his father remained strained. Tensions between Richard and Henry, II reached a boiling point in 1189, when Richard allied with King Philip II of France against his father. This alliance was both a strategic and political move, designed to pressure Henry II into recognizing Richard's claim to the throne. The conflict culminated in Henry II's defeat and subsequent death on July 6, 1189. Richard was crowned King of England on September 3, 1189, at Westminster Abbey. His coronation marked the beginning of a reign that would be characterized by his focus on military exploits and crusading endeavors rather than domestic governance. Richard's immediate priorities included securing his territories and preparing for his participation in the Third Crusade, a mission that would define much of his reign. Governance and policies. Despite his reputation as a warrior king, Richard's approach to governance was pragmatic and strategic. He recognized the need to secure the stability of his kingdom and ensure the financial resources necessary to support his military ambitions. One of his first acts as king was to appoint capable and trusted officials to manage the kingdom in his absence, as he planned to spend a significant portion of his reign on crusade. Richard's chancellor, William Longchamp, played a crucial role in managing the kingdom's affairs during the king's absence. Longchamp, a Norman cleric and loyal supporter of Richard, was appointed justiciar and given extensive powers. However, his autocratic style and heavy-handed methods led to widespread discontent among the English nobility. This unrest culminated in Longchamp's removal from power in 1191, replaced by Walter of Coutances, the Archbishop of Rouen. To fund his participation in the Third Crusade, Richard implemented extensive financial measures, including the levy of a special tax known as the Saladin tithe. He also sold lands, titles, and privileges, famously stating, "I would sell London if I could find a buyer." These measures, while necessary for the crusading venture, placed a heavy financial burden on the kingdom and its subjects. Richard's relations with the English nobility were complex and often contentious. His prolonged absences and the heavy financial burdens imposed on the kingdom created tensions and unrest among the barons. Nonetheless, Richard's military successes and his reputation as a valiant crusader helped maintain his authority and prestige. His pragmatic approach to governance, combined with his chivalric ideals, defined his reign and left a lasting impact on the kingdom. The Third Crusade. Call to Crusade. The Third Crusade, 1189 to 1192, was precipitated by the fall of Jerusalem to the Muslim forces of Saladin in 1187. The loss of the Holy City sent shockwaves through Christendom, prompting Pope Gregory VIII to issue a call to arms to reclaim Jerusalem and other lost territories. Richard, already renowned for his martial prowess, was one of the most enthusiastic responders to the call for a new crusade. Richard also recognized the importance of securing alliances and maintaining cohesion among the Crusader leaders. His relationship with King Philip II of France was strained, culminating in Philip's return to France after the capture of Acre. Despite these tensions, Richard sought to maintain unity among the remaining Crusader factions, navigating the complex dynamics between various European nobles and the leaders of the Latin East. One of the most notable diplomatic achievements was the Treaty of Jaffa, concluded in September 1192. The treaty established a 3-year truce between the Crusaders and Saladin, allowing Christian pilgrims access to Jerusalem while maintaining Muslim control over the city. The agreement represented a pragmatic compromise, recognizing the limits of the Crusaders' military capabilities and the need for a stable resolution to the conflict. Richard's ability to balance military aggression with diplomatic negotiations underscored his effectiveness as a leader. While he did not achieve the ultimate goal of recapturing Jerusalem, his efforts in the Holy Land significantly strengthened the Crusader states and preserved Christian access to the holy sites. Legacy and impact. Return to England. After the Treaty of Jaffa, Richard began his journey back to England. His return was marked by a series of misfortunes and political challenges. In December 1192, while traveling through the Holy Roman Empire, Richard was captured by Duke Leopold V of Austria, who held a grudge against him due to insults during the Siege of Acre. Richard's capture led to his imprisonment in Germany, where he was handed over to Emperor Henry VI. The emperor demanded an exorbitant ransom for Richard's release, amounting to 150,000 marks, an immense sum that placed a heavy burden on England. Richard's mother, Eleanor of Aquitaine, played a crucial role in organizing the collection of the ransom, demonstrating her enduring influence and dedication to her son. Richard was finally released in February 1194, after spending more than a year in captivity. His return to England was met with widespread relief and celebration, but he faced significant challenges in reasserting his authority. During his absence, his brother John had attempted to seize power, supported by King Philip II of France. Richard swiftly moved to consolidate his rule, forgiving John and securing the loyalty of his vassals. Richard's death and succession. Richard spent the remaining years of his reign focusing on his continental possessions, particularly in France. He continued to engage in military campaigns to defend and expand his territories, demonstrating his enduring commitment to his role as a warrior king. His efforts included fortifying key castles, such as Château Gallard, a formidable stronghold on the Seine River. In March 1199, while besieging the castle of Caille-Chabrol in Limousin, Richard was wounded by a crossbow bolt. The wound became infected, and Richard succumbed to gangrene on April 6, 1199. His death marked the end of a tumultuous and illustrious reign, characterized by both remarkable achievements and significant challenges. Richard's death left a power vacuum that his brother John swiftly moved to fill. John's reign, however, was plagued by internal strife and external conflicts, leading to the eventual loss of many of the territories Richard had fought so hard to secure. Historical impact. Richard the Lionheart's impact on history is profound and multifaceted. As a central figure in the Third Crusade, he played a critical role in shaping the course of the conflict and the fate of the Crusader states. His military achievements, particularly at Acre and Arsuf, demonstrated his tactical brilliance and cemented his reputation as one of the greatest medieval warriors. Richard's reign also highlighted the complexities of medieval kingship. His frequent absences from England and focus on continental and crusading ventures posed significant challenges for domestic governance. While he implemented important administrative reforms and secured the loyalty of his vassals, his heavy financial burdens and reliance on regents led to unrest and instability. Despite these challenges, Richard's legacy as a chivalric hero and valiant leader endures. His exploits in the Holy Land and his larger-than-life persona have been immortalized in literature, folklore, and popular culture, shaping the enduring image of the ideal medieval knight. Conclusion. Summary of Richard's life and achievements. Richard the Lionheart's life was marked by extraordinary achievements and enduring challenges. From his early years shaped by the cultural and political milieu of his parents' courts to his heroic exploits in the Holy Land, Richard exemplified the ideals of chivalry and martial prowess. His ascension to the throne, marked by familial conflicts and strategic maneuvers, set the stage for a reign characterized by both remarkable military victories and significant governance challenges. Richard's leadership during the Third Crusade, particularly at Acre and Arsuf, showcased his tactical brilliance and determination. His ability to balance military aggression with diplomatic negotiations highlighted his effectiveness as a leader in the complex political landscape of the Holy Land. Despite his failure to recapture Jerusalem, Richard's efforts significantly strengthened the Crusader states and preserved Christian access to the holy sites. Richard's return to England and subsequent efforts to consolidate his rule underscored his resilience and commitment to his responsibilities as king. His untimely death left a significant impact on the political landscape of Europe, setting the stage for the turbulent reign of his brother John. Richard the Lionheart in popular culture. Richard the Lionheart's legacy extends beyond the historical record into the realms of literature, film, and folklore. His larger-than-life persona and heroic exploits have made him a central figure in numerous works of fiction and popular culture. From medieval chronicles to modern novels and films, Richard's image as the quintessential chivalric hero continues to captivate the imagination. One of the most enduring representations of Richard is in the Robin Hood legends, where he is often portrayed as the noble king who returns to restore justice. This portrayal, while romanticized, reflects the enduring appeal of Richard's character as a symbol of valor and righteousness. Similarly, Richard's adventures have been depicted in various films and television series, further cementing his place in popular culture. Enduring legacy. Richard the Lionheart's enduring legacy is a testament to his extraordinary life and achievements. As a military leader, he demonstrated unparalleled bravery and tactical acumen, leaving an indelible mark on the history of the Crusades. His chivalric ideals and heroic exploits continue to inspire admiration and fascination, shaping the modern perception of medieval kingship. Richard's influence extends to the broader historical narrative of the Middle Ages, highlighting the complexities and challenges of medieval governance and warfare. His reign, marked by both remarkable successes and significant challenges, provides valuable insights into the dynamics of power, leadership, and loyalty in medieval Europe. Today, Richard the Lionheart is remembered as one of the most iconic figures of the medieval era. His legacy as a valiant leader and chivalric hero endures, reminding us of the enduring allure of the medieval past and the timeless ideals of courage, honor, and loyalty. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Medieval Chronicles 1066. See you next time.